Hello and welcome to White Horse Music TV! My name is Richard Bodiner and I'm co-owner of this wonderful shop with my lovely wife Michelle Bodiner, who is not holding the camera today. That's Ariana, it's not Michelle. So today I'm going to be demonstrating some cellos for Brian. And Brian is not here. Brian lives in New South Wales. Yes, New South Wales. And he was here recently and trying cellos with his family, but was wanting to hear the cellos again so that potentially we could send cellos over to him. And there was a particular cello that they were interested in that we didn't have at the time, which is the first one that I will be showing you, which I very rudely span around. Don't spin cellos like that, very naughty. So this first one is called the Paganini Artisan cello. And it looks very sort of antiqued. And it's a newer addition to our cellos. See how it's sort of got a bit of a rash there from where it's been sitting in the case for 300 years, and it's got a couple of spots of, almost missing varnish where people have been touching it over those few hundred years, but actually it's new cello, so they've just made it. And it's really sort of like tastefully antiqued and really nice. I'll bring it up close so you can have a look at the varnish and some of those things, like around here. It takes a long time to do that sort of antiquing, and I like the look of it. I find with the customers who come in, some of them want a cello to be pristine, but a lot of them like this sort of look, and I like it, but I like it even more if it sounds good. I tend to like my violin that I play, it looks really old and scratched up and that sort of thing, but to me it looks beautiful because it sounds good. So there you go. All right, so this first cello that I'll be demonstrating is called the Paganini Artisan. It has been set up by Richard at White Horse Music, and he's made a new bridge for it, a new sound post inside, and chosen the strings that he thought worked. I find this weird talking in the third person, so I'm going to stop that. But I have set up this cello and I've put on all of those good parts. So let's have a listen to this cello first for Brian. And then at the end, after I play all of these and have a bit of a talk, I'll play them one after each other and we'll be able to decide which one is the tastiest. So it has a full sound, it's strong, it's ringing, it's nice and deep and grumbly down the bottom. It's a really beautiful sounding cello for this sort of price range, and it has a lot of ring to it. I like ring in cellos because I like the sound of the previous notes to be floating around while you're playing the rest of the notes. So really tasty. Okay, that's cello number one. Cello number two is a Struna master cello. Now all of these cellos that I'll be showing you are all antiqued. The Struna master, I would say, is a little bit more antiqued than the Paganini Artisan, and probably even more work has gone into it in that the antiquing is slightly more tastefully done. This is quite a big sort of mark on the back where it's been sitting there for 300 years. Very beautiful wood. So on the Struna, this is the Struna Maestro, they use Italian spruce on the front, which is very fancy aged wood. And on the back it has Bosnian maple, on the back and the sides and the neck and the scroll and all of that. They're fully handmade in China, where I've actually been over there and helped them design these cellos and that sort of thing. So it's sort of my baby a little bit. Anyway, I'll give the Struna Maestro a bit of a try. It's, I would say it's got even more grumbliness down the bottom. It's a little sort of like brighter across the cello, I would say, and has even more of that amazing ring, which is sort of like a aspect of the Italian spruce a little bit. But beautiful cello as well. So far, I definitely think buy both of them. All right, so next up we have, this is J. Heider Eurowood Stradivari cello. And this is one of the first cellos that I saw that had that amazing antiquing. I saw my first one of these, oh gosh, must have been sort of like 12 years ago or something like that. And I just could not believe the amount of work that went into it for its price range. This sort of handmade work of the Struna and the J. Heider used to be reserved for, you know, cellos that were individually made by one maker and would be, you know, even twice the price back then, but are just, you know, incredible. There's so much work that goes into them. So this is the Eurowood model. They have a Chinese wood model, which is quite a bit cheaper, but this Eurowood model, it's not just the difference in the wood. It actually is a lot to do with the extra handwork they put into it as well. So I'll give this one a play as well. It's really lush. It's like really, really thick sound. It's sort of like, yeah, vibrating my body, which is great. So it's, I would say, not as bright as the Struna, but it's definitely a little bit thicker across the sound of the cello. It's a little bit more work to get the sound out because, you know, often with really deep cellos, you sort of feel like you're having to drive that sound out of it. But if you're a strong player, this would be a really beautiful cello. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play each one of those one after another, and we will decide which cello is the best one for Brian. Okay, maybe I'll play some Bach. Yeah, really beautiful, gosh. Okay, so that was the Paganini Artisan. Now the Struna Maestro. And now the J. Heider Eurowood Strad. They're all very tasty cellos. Please tell Brian down below which one to buy, and he will definitely buy whichever one you tell him to. Thanks for watching. Bye.